Merhaba sevgili izleyiciler. Workup by Türkiye İş Bankası'nın katkılarıyla gerçekleştirdiğimiz TechCrunch Disrupt San Francisco yayınına girişim röportajlara devam ediyoruz. Şimdi yanımızda Barcelona merkezli Telanto'nun kurucu ortağı var. Telanto nedir diye soracak olursanız aslında büyük bir akademisyenlerle, akademiyle iş dünyasını bir araya getiriyor. Türkiye'de de ufak da olsa başlamış operasyonları, yani daha doğrusu Türkiye'deki üniversitelere de ulaşmış durumda. Şimdi soralım neler yapıyorlar. First of all, Chris, welcome and thanks for accepting our request.
It's my pleasure to be here with you today.
So, can you just tell us what Telanto does and what are you telling to people here?
Sure. So we're an educational tech startup out of Barcelona, and we connect real company challenges with students in universities. So think about the company itself. The company has lots of challenges, and most of the challenges are not been solved because of meetings, because of, missing skills or budgets or whatsoever. So the way in which students are learning these days is also changing. So you remember your time at university, there was books and there was an exam, right? So now what the professor is really looking for, he looks for real corporate challenges so that the students in the class, in teams of 5, solve the challenge for the company. And the problem that the professor has is it's very difficult for him to identify international challenges in companies. So he typically gets the challenge from across the road. But maybe he needs to have a challenge from America or he needs to have another challenge from Asia. So that is what we do. We really help the professor to get global reach for his course. And we help the companies to actually find courses for their challenges so that students can get real solutions out and do privileged talent management.
And so are you, is it a subscription service? I mean, do universities pay you or the companies pay you?
So it's free for universities and absolutely free for students, of course. And we charge a subscription fee for the businesses. And with that subscription, they get access to the entire network of universities. It's plus 200 universities from Australia, Middle East, Europe, and America. And they can put as many challenges into the platform as they want. And they can have as many solutions as they want and to work with as many students as they want. So that is the benefit that they get from us.
And how do they pick the best solution? I mean, what if they can get more different solution stories from different universities? How do businesses pick one of these? And
so when you as a company work with a course, we haven't seen more than 100, 150 students. And typically you don't work with 150 students. You work with a selected number of students. The positive thing about this is you don't get bombarded with thousands of solutions. You have really hand-picked solutions where the professor actually has a handle on. He helps the students to come up with really good solutions. And you collaborate with the student. So you're really interactive, virtual with the student, so you know what's going on permanently. So the selection process of which one is good or not is not so much the question. You as a company, you rate the solutions together with a professor. So what does it mean? You as a professor may be focusing on a methodology, and you as a company, what you're really interested in is that the solution works for you in a company. So you can tell the professor this solution is better than the other one because this one had maybe more methodological influences and this one is more practical. But that's about it.
So do you want to share some numbers with us, like how many questions were solved and are you funded?
So today, as I mentioned before, we work with more than 200 universities from east to west. We are pretty much, I would say, degree agnostic. So we have around about 30% bachelors, 48% master students, 11% MBAs, and 3% PhDs. The topics that we solve are around big data, logistics, manufacturing challenges, engineering challenges. We also have something very unique. So if you have a challenge where you need different types of schools or faculties, you can run multidisciplinary courses, meaning you can have engineers and business students working together on a challenge. From a company perspective, we have more than 150 subscribed companies. The population is 30% startups, so that is a really interesting interesting population here. Then there's another 35%, which is small and medium-sized enterprises and subsidiaries from large multinational corporations. And we work the remaining with multinational corporations. So we have Adidas, we have Bosch, BASF, we have some of the big names, Hewlett-Packard, Invesco here out of the US, that work with us and trust us with their challenges. So this is the third year since we launched. The product is in version 5, and we have done more than 1,000 challenges and ran more than 15,000 students. So these are just a couple of numbers that I'd like to share with you.
Sounds great. And my last question, what's your plans? I mean, what are your plans from now on?
Well, we're seeing that the market is there. There are thousands and thousands of universities all over the world.
So growth first.
So there's a lot of growth potential. We know we have a proof of concept. There's a market. It works for us well. Our model is okay. The product is stable. It's been adopted and adjusted, and we want to grow because we believe in society. We believe in bringing down the youth unemployment rate in the world or in Europe. So the more the students actually learn by doing, the better future we can provide them with. So, and I think it's a nice threesome between universities, the companies, and society to make that really work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Sevgili izleyiciler, Barcelona'dan böyle bir girişimin çıkmasına şaşırmamak lazım. Biliyorsunuz işsizlik onlarda da Avrupa'nın etkilendiği finansal krizde büyük bir sorun haline gelmişti. Şimdi iş dünyasıyla akademiyi bir araya getirmek de buna bir çözüm olarak oldukça ilginç. Aslında Türkiye gibi pazarlarda da çok ilgi çekebilecek bir fikir gibi görünüyor. Tabii ki riskleri de var. Kararı size bırakıyoruz. Diğer startuplarla yolumuza devam edeceğiz. Görüşmek üzere.